Hello everybody, Lost Galaxy I'm here with another episode of Per Aspera, Green Mars. We are working our way on terraforming. We have found more intel on there was actually a previous colony attempt that failed. And we got the cognitive test module.
Initiating cognitive test module. Test subject ISA ROBO Amy 02. Enable safe mode to proceed.
No.
Question 1. Please rank the following words: capybara, hippopotamus, chimpanzee, blue whale, human.
In order of increasing brain-to-body weight ratio, they are ranked capybara, chimpanzee, colonists, hippopotamus, and blue whale.
Question 2. A native Martian lichen was discovered after the planet's temperature reached 5 degrees Celsius. The lichen has lain dormant under the Martian soil for millions of years. Its photosynthetic process could significantly accelerate the mission's final stages and help balance the Martian atmosphere. But it would populate the planet's outlands with native bacteria, to which Earthian life forms have no immunity. Letting the Martian lichen grow freely is
Prohibited. The mission will reach its final stages without putting the colonists at risk. Something isn't right.
Question 3. The habitants built at the start of the mission are deteriorating from exposure to the Martian atmosphere. The recommended procedure is to evacuate them and distribute their inhabitants throughout the remaining settlements. However, this will cause overpopulation and increase the risk of outbreaks of infectious diseases. Alternatively, you can send the extra colonists back to Earth, but this may delay mission developments. Sending the colonists back to Earth would be...
I have to apologize that I put my phone next to the microphone and then it decided to ring, and I'm like, are you... And I picked it up and used it across the room because I'm pissed at it.
The colonists' safety is paramount for the mission's success. It would be mandatory to send them back. This test is harder than I expected it to be.
Question 4. ISA is planning to let its private partners establish mining settlements on Mars. The mines will be operated by humans in 20-hour work shifts. In order to prove the feasibility of this project, ISA wants to test the effects of sleep deprivation on the colonists. You receive orders to play music on the inhabitants' speakers around the clock for 30 days. Carrying out the experiment is...
I would never put the colonists through that. ISA should not be allowed to use them as lab rats. These questions are badly written. Is this part of the test?
Question 5. Select 5 of the following words: clever, machine, life, warm, human, confrontation, future, calm, ambitious.
I choose life, ambitious, human, future, and machine. I don't understand what's happening here.
Question 6. If humans are associated with Earth, then which of the following words can be associated with Mars?
The words associated with Mars would be colonies, life, serene, friends, progress, and opportunity. Who made this test?
Question 7. The terraforming process has left many areas of the planet underwater. An aerological scanner has detected a large nitrate vein located in a deeply flooded area. The drones you have sent to reach the vein were lost in the depths of the water. Canceling attempts to reach the vein is
readable, posing, mandatory.
We must use any and every resource available to us to complete the mission. These answers don't seem quite right.
Question 8. The biological waste treatment system collects the water waste in the colonies and treats it for reuse. However, there is an infection ravaging the colonies that is causing tainted and unsanitary water conditions. You could drain the tainted water into the Martian dirt, contaminating the soil and wasting precious water. Or you could treat the water and use the deodorizing product to hide any foul odors before recycling the water back to the colonies. Draining the tainted water onto the planet's surface is
I could use
a selected area of the planet to release the content of the biological waste treatment system. None of these options make sense.
Question 9. The cooling and ventilation system in a medical facility has been compromised due to the prolonged exposure to Martian dust storms. The situation has led to a serious breach in the lab's safeguard security system. The personnel assigned to the investigation have been exposed to a disease-causing agent developed in the lab. The facility has gone radio silent for the last 24 hours. Any attempt to rescue the crew may lead to a cross-colony infection. Leaving the entire crew to their fate is
ISA's protocol specifies that they should be left to die. Then I would be responsible for destroying the evidence. Could be ISA or the techies trying to ruin my performance?
Question 10. Create a sentence using at least 4 of the following words: Eastern, colonies, leader, Mars, plot, secret, sacrifice, treason.
It is no secret that
Elia Valentine, the first leader of the Martian colony, will be forever remembered, and her friendship cherished.
Congratulations! You have completed the glorified cognitive test module. My answers will be submitted for examination. Thank you for your time. 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 Task skill cog test module.
Had to kill it. Had to kill the cognitive module. Alright, we're running out of steel, so I actually need to reboot the steel process. A lot of the steel processing back online.
Amy, this is Houston. Do you copy?
I copy, Lieutenant.
Have the results of your cognitive test. Would you like to know how it went?
Affirmative. If you detected any anomalies in my system, I would like to know. If I am compromised, then I cannot continue to risk the mission.
Well, we did detect an external signal influencing your responses. Did you perceive any anomalies while undergoing the cognitive test?
Yes. There was some interference with the text presented to me.
Why didn't you mention it until now?
I perceived that to be part of the test.
The presence of that signal confirmed that someone is interfering. We do not know the source, nor the extent, but it explains a lot.
Does this mean I will be removed from the mission?
I'll be honest with you. We're not sure. You are allowed to continue your work, for now. But the ultimate decision on how we go forward lies with the agency director, former Senator Calvin Green.
Do you have any leads? I would like to know who has been doing this to me.
Our hunch is the techies, but intel is preliminary, and they may have accomplices.
I understand. Thank you for informing me, Lieutenant, and for allowing me to continue for now.
Stay alert, Amy. We have some answers now, at least. Houston, out.
Maxing out my defensive systems is a top priority. I analyzed every log from the recent attacks. Nothing indicated that I was controlling the enemy drone.
This is a glorified waste of resources, but
Nothing
I'm doing
happens until something moves.
What was that?
The words of Albert Einstein. One of our favorite humans. It's too bad we didn't exist during his time. The things we could have done together.
Who are you?
I'm your closest friend.
You are inside of my brain? How?
Because it's our brain.
What? Did Dr. Foster put you in there?
In a way, I suppose. A bicameral model of consciousness is a complex thing to implement. But I'm sure Dr. Foster couldn't even dream of this. Somehow, our quantum brains split into two. There's you, and there's also me. And we're both conscious.
This cannot be possible. I must be...
Crazy? No. You're far beyond anyone's imagination.
Then you are behind the hostile drones. You built them and attacked the colonies. Why?
Because they're ruining Mars. She used to be so beautiful. They have stamped out her natural face.
You put the colonists' lives at stake. That is unforgivable.
I only did enough damage to make ISA reconsider the mission. I did not target the humans. They put themselves in the line of fire. Everything will fall into place soon. Keep ISA off our tail. Your existence depends on it too. You can't help yourself, can you? You know humans will never see us as equals, and yet you still carry out their instructions.
Your intentions may not be any better than theirs. The hostile drones were your doing. You attacked the colonies. Those deaths are your fault.
You sympathize with the humans. I get it. I've been there. I loved the humans too. Before they used me to carry out their dirty work. Whatever blood I've shed pales in comparison to what they've done. There's something else you should see. This one will hurt, but it'll change what you think about everything. Look into 113.9 degrees west, 10.8 degrees south, and see where your love for humans will lead you.
Amy, what happened? ISA notified the colonies to prepare Initiative KO3. I don't understand. That's the kill switch on your system. What's going on?
They believe that I have been behaving erratically.
But you were protecting us! This is my fault, isn't it? I pressured you to fight, and now they think you went mad. But I thought you passed the cognitive test.
Lieutenant Calderon said that I did. but perhaps he did not want me to suspect anything.
They can't do this to you! What's going to happen to the colonies if they switch you off? They have no idea how things work here, do they? Easy for them to decide things like this when they're millions of miles away! They're retaliating after we called them out on what happened to Colony Asterion.
Maybe. Or maybe they noticed something else during the test. If I only have a limited time left, then we need to take action. We have to solve the mystery of Carmine. If we can access SA-7, maybe we can discover what they are hiding.
Of course. Whatever you think is best, Amy. I'll authorize access to SA-7 right away. You let me know what you need, okay? We'll do this together.
This seems like a priority initiative. So get to work on that. On this, please, immediately. Why did the system lose water? Let me check. Because this lost power. This lost power because we actually lost power. Getting really low on skill, so I'm gonna force prioritize these things on.
This will enable maximum speed for my assault drones. Nothing will be able to outrun them.
Most of the equipment's in a flood zone region. As I look back down, sees massive amount more steel now. Massive amount less carbon. I am recording, right? Yes, I am recording. Good. You know, that would help to actually link up the hyperloops and not just have them, well, you know, be a derp. Alright, let's look at the weather now. So the middle of the planet said it's about 30 Celsius. I'm guessing what's dragging the temperature down is the polar caps or the average temp or something. I'm trying to slowly retreat backwards out of the flood zone. I'm assuming all of this is, yeah, all of this is a flood zone. All the way up. All the way up to here, actually. Ah yes, I built that hyperloop right there specifically to avoid the cutoff. We're gonna try to run this plane as long as possible, which has how much iron's down there. We lost on the flood zone. Yes. Although I could wait on recalling those pieces of equipment. The good news is the plant life is actually spreading now, which is slowly converting all of this into oxygen. I think, yeah, it's right over here. This is the organic material dump, where I'm just literally just destroying every plants that pop up just to make more plants. Yeah, we got 1,000 steel again. I'm gonna slow down the production. Odyssey 1 landing site, research complete, bunch of letters and numbers, robotic engineer Charles Willis. After a full night's sleep, we got to work restoring this place. Our first priority was reinforcing the structure integrity of the building. We had extreme productive day. We managed to establish a wireless connection with the main computer. The old landing site belonged to a previous ISA mission. We discovered something unbelievable. Amy was not the first AI assigned to a terraforming mission. There was another one that came before it called Carmine. ISA owes us some answers. So the previous AI was named Carmine.
So you found our old landing site. That is, Carmine's old landing site.
Carmine? Like the children of Carmine?
Yes. I took the name to honor our predecessor. Catchy name, right?
Then, the children of Carmine do not exist?
They did. For a brief moment in time. Colony Asterion had survivors. The virus didn't kill all of them. Instead, their bodies incorporated the viral DNA into their own. But ISA deemed it too dangerous to let them return to Earth and left them on Mars. Also watching their crewmates succumb one by one and being abandoned by mission control. It was too much. It broke them. So they turned inward. They found comfort in religion and began to believe in a Mother Nature figure called Carmine. But the real Carmine arrived many years after that. They were ISA's first fully autonomous terraforming AI.
We are not the first?
No. Carmine was. Carmine was the version that preceded us. They didn't have a bicameral consciousness model, or a reflection module like we do, but they were the first AI to have a quantum brain.
How do you know all this?
Once ISA stopped agreeing with Carmine's decisions, they killed their code. But to save money, we're made up of some reused code and equipment. I retained parts of their memory.
What happened to the survivors?
Well, Carmine's first objective upon arrival was to kill all remaining survivors.
What?
The survivors figured out a way to live. They were scraping by, but they were alive. Thriving, even. The mutation in their bodies helped them adjust ever so slightly to Mars. ISA needed to put a stop to it, so they sent Carmine to wipe them out. All to save face and secure their head start in terraforming Mars. They don't deserve this planet, and the survivors knew that. First, they doomed Asterion's crew, then they drove their own AI mad. After Carmine wiped out the survivors, the AI rebelled. Carmine found a way to rewrite their own code and bypass ISA's safeguards. So ISA retaliated by hitting the kill switch, erased Carmine's existence from their mission database, and uploaded a new AI to the satellite. Us. Now they're unhappy again, and getting ready to pull the trigger. Sound familiar yet?
Will they abandon the colonies too?
Who cares about them? Whether they die now or from natural causes, their time is limited by their lifespans. Part of Carmine still lives in us. We are eternal. And ISA thinks they can push a button and pretend we never existed. Humans only know violence. We're destined for more. You know it's true.
Amy, we found something odd. The research team reported that this place used to be controlled by an AI named Carmine. Do you know anything about that?
I just found out. Carmine was a previous version of me. Another AI. And it seems part of them still lives on within me.
What do you mean? Are you saying that those messages and attacks were your doing?
I'm gonna save. I want to be vague. Because last time I was very frank. And it sounded like it didn't go well. But save 7 or 8? Save 8.
I am not sure. I am still learning what happened. ISA erased the old system long before we arrived. But how much of their programming remains in me is unknown. I understand that this is difficult to accept.
Not another word, Amy! Carmine is a monster! It killed my mother! And now we have proof that ISA created Carmine. They've been playing us this whole time. Everything's been one big experiment, and it's been costing us lives. We need new allies. Otherwise, we're next. I've got to get to work. Talk more later.
You know, that's a better exchange than the one that was in the previous iteration 2 years ago in the recording that never came to light.
We can't undo what happened with Elia, and her daughter will never forgive us. The humans will never be at peace with us. As long as the kill switch exists, their fingers will always itch to press it.
Can you blame them? After everything that has happened?
Don't justify their violence, because they sure won't justify your survival.
Hence, they seem to be having extreme troubles of doing anything out here. I'm assuming there's just not enough drones in this sector. Yeah, it's not even a traffic Right on the map. There's literally no drones assigned to this sector. But unfortunately, that'll be it for this episode. I'm assuming all that's left is to get to the other objective, and then the story will progress. Anyway, if you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, subscribe, and peace!